Hey guys, it's Nick. And, well, day 2 of the NHL Draft is over. I will have a full recap video of the draft coming probably this Saturday because I want to go into full detail, look at all the prospects we acquired. Yes, Connor Bedard is a Blackhawk. But in day 2 of the NHL Draft, the Hawks made 2 trades. One just before roll call of the teams for day 2 of the draft, and that involves the New York Islanders with the Blackhawks. And we'll get into that one first. And then we get one midway through the second day of the draft, and it's an interesting one. Both are actually interesting. So, in this morning, the Hawks made a trade with the Islanders. And the Islanders are sending to the Blackhawks veteran forward Josh Baiyle. Okay, we get a veteran like Baiyle. A little bit of high cap hit for a player who's on the back end of his career, but it's okay. The cap hit's only for 1 year. But then we also get a 2026 second round pick from New York for future considerations. Yes, everyone's favorite player, future considerations, was moved once again, and he is now on the New York Islanders. So the Hawks acquire two assets. Well, one asset to take on as pure salary cap dump, and that's what it is. Josh Baiyle was a salary cap dump. The Islanders were rumored to be buying out him if they couldn't find any suitors to pick him up off of a trade. And, well, the Hawks were the team to pick him up. Josh Baiyle to the Blackhawks with a second round pick for future considerations. And then about 20 minutes later, more news for this trade broke. Scott Powers, I do believe, was the one who broke the more to the Josh Baiyle situation. Well, I hope you did not order your Josh Baiyle jerseys because he will not be playing for the Blackhawks, as the Blackhawks will be buying out Josh Baiyle, and he will be going to become a unrestricted free agent this Saturday. So, Josh Baiyle comes to Chicago, and 20 minutes later, he's on waivers to be bought out. And that's what happens. So Hawks pick up Baiyle, and his cap hit will be just above $2 million for this year and $1.6 million for the year following. So the Hawks end up just taking on the cap hit of Baiyle, and there we go. It doesn't matter. We're paying him 2 years for doing nothing, actually, but it won't hurt the Hawks in any way. Don't worry about the salary cap, guys. These contracts are for short-term deals. I get it. We have a few players overpaid on the team now, but it doesn't hurt the Hawks in any way. It doesn't get the Hawks above the cap, which we knew who used to love going over the salary cap, and Kyle Davidson, aka Kyle from Chicago, has his plan in place. He brings in Baiyle, he buys out Baiyle, and now he goes as a free agent. And now let's get into the other trade the Hawks made, and that involves the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the Hawks actually trade away a pick to do this trade. We traded a 7th round pick to acquire the UFA rights of Corey Perry. I could already see you guys cringing now. Corey Perry to Chicago. I get it. Perry's has always been one of those hated players around the league, and especially in Chicago. But he does have a UFA rights. The Hawks are going to, I honestly think from what Kyle Davidson said after the draft, they're going to sign him. And well, the Hawks, with this trade, they trade away a 7th-round pick to bring in a veteran and Corey Perry to the locker room of all the young talent coming up. It's okay to see, even though, let's be honest, it's Corey Perry, who has been known to be the most hated player in Blackhawks from the Blackhawks fan base for a while, even though some won't say he's the most hated player in Blackhawks history. That's Rafi Torres. But this is a interesting move as Corey Perry, coming from Tampa, who makes this deal. He will, if he does sign, become one of the veterans to the team. And it sounds like how Kyle from Chicago made this sound in his presser, that Luke Richardson really liked Perry and what he brought to Montreal in his 1-year stint there, because he brought a veteran leadership role to a mentorship role to the young players in Montreal. And what happened the year that happened? They got Perry. Well, they went to the Cup final. Granted, it was the bubble year where they went to the Cup final, by the bubble year where they were just playing the Canadian teams in their division. But they still made it to the Cup final that year. So Corey Perry could bring a veteran leadership quality to the team by doing this move. Am I still a fan of Corey Perry? Probably not, but we'll see what happens. Maybe the first hit he lays after someone trying to go after Connor Bedard, maybe he will start to become a fan favorite. We'll see what happens. I want to hear what your thoughts were on today's 2 trades that occurred on draft day, and I will have another video out if the Hawks do end up re-signing Corey Perry. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!